good. You heard about the Steve Jones interview earlier and how he was totally dissing the Patriots. How do you feel about that?
There's no end to Steve Jones. I absolutely cannot believe that he comes down here, gets interviewed for a national magazine, and he picks on the Patriots 2 months after they won the Super Bowl again. He cannot accept the fact that they are the greatest football team in the history of the game, and coached by the greatest coach, quarterbacked by the best quarterback ever, and it's driving him crazy. I don't know what we're going to do, but I think we'll have to win again next year, just to punish him.
Yeah, he's definitely in denial, so, and it is driving him crazy. A bit certifiable now, I think, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Do you have a favorite horse that you've owned?
Well, I think Be a Magician would have to be classified probably as my favorite all-time horse, but I've had a lot of pretty nice horses, and somebody was asking me earlier today how I got started in the business, and I said, well, I grew up in the business, but my father had fair horses in New England, and the first good horse that I really had was Tom Walsh and I owned Magical Mike, and that took me from racing in the New England area to the national scene, and been here ever since, I guess. We've had a lot of them.
Did I hear you right, the first horse you owned? That was Magical Mike?
He wasn't my first horse. He was my first good horse.
Okay. I was going to say, I'm going to start rubbing on you. What kind of luck is that? Whoa.
But actually, you know, he really wasn't the first one when I think about it, because I had his full brother the year before, and his name was Miles McCool, and he won the Adios, and he won the Fox Stake, and so that really was the first one. But Mike was a little better horse than he was. So.
A little bit better.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a couple horses you have now. First of all, I want to talk about that 2-year-old, Queen Trix,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Talk about her breeding, and she's got a really cool story.
Yeah, she's a pretty interesting filly. I bought her at Harrisburg this year, and she's out of the Ice Queen. She's by Trixton. We were just getting ready to ship her down right after the sale. We had to take a chip out of her, and she got an infection in her ankle, and boy, we almost lost her. She had a 105-degree temperature for a few days, and she spent 6 weeks at Mid-Atlantic Equine Clinic, but she's back. She's down here now. She's obviously behind a lot of them, but she's coming along good, so it's going to be a good story, I think, when it all ends.
Oh yeah, definitely. And her mom is also the dam of Ice Attraction, the Ice Duchess, a great breeding. So Queen Trix, you gotta check her out, and she's a Trixton, yes. Now also Chin Chin Hall. So Chin Chin Hall, he was 2-year-old last year. Now he's 3. He raced so good last year, sort of under the radar a little bit, and we're thinking big things, right?
You know what, Heather? He was kind of the same kind of a story. He got sick just in the early spring, and we didn't do anything with him until just before Labor Day. And Peter Wren has him, and he called me one day and he said, I think we can get this guy qualified before the year's over. And I said, geez, that's good. So he took him to Lexington, qualified him, put him in the Bluegrass for his first start, and he won the damn thing. And so that's an incredible story, and you know, so we're looking forward to this year.
All right. Well, thank you for being on, and go Patriots, right?
Go Patriots. Bye, Steve.
Thank you so much.